The All-Star festivities are over. The Home Run Derby, the All-Star Game, they were both cinematic masterpieces, but now we turn our attention to the second half of the season, and specifically for the baseball nuts like myself, the trade deadline, and one of the massive names that we're going to have to keep an eye on is Sandy Alcantara of the Miami Marlins, who has had a pretty good month of June. A large sample size will show that he's no longer the pitcher that once won the Cy Young a few years ago, but he is still a very serviceable arm with years of control. We're going to try to break down what it would cost to acquire him and some teams that need some pitching help at this deadline on this episode of 3 Up, 3 Down. Welcome in, everybody, to 3 Up, 3 Down. I'm your host, Peter Vryonis. And before we get into the video and all the trade talk surrounding Sandy Alcantara, make sure to hit that subscribe button because a large percentage of you who are watching these videos aren't subbed to the channel. So go ahead and do that for me. We're very close to 3,000. But Sandy is a name that we need to watch out for when it comes to the trade deadline. Like, there are so many names that are being thrown out there, but things can change, right? The landscape can shift dramatically with just one win streak. Now, we were talking about the Boston Red Sox being massive sellers at the deadline. They had already traded Rafael Devers, but they're now the hottest team in baseball, having won 10 in a row, and they're just 3 games back of the Blue Jays for a division lead, and they're in a playoff spot. So you look at a team like that, and then you wonder, well, why would they sell if they have pretty good young pieces that are locked up for a long time? Why don't they go out and get a controllable piece? Well, that's where Sandy Alcantara comes in. I think Sandy can be a big piece for the Red Sox without having to give up any of their top prospects in Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony, who have been playing really well as of late, who have been big parts of the win streaks, of the win streak for the Red Sox. So, I think Alcantara can be a nice piece for the Red Sox. They already locked up Garrett Crochet as well. We know that the fan base is not too thrilled with the way that the front office has handled things in recent years, but Crochet, trading for him and extending him was a very nice piece of business. And I think they can go out and get Alcantara, who's a former Cy Young winner, to pair him with Crochet at the top of that rotation. Now, that would be nasty. I think the AL East would be feared. They would definitely fear the Red Sox for many years to come. So I'm just wondering what a package would look like in order to acquire Sandy Alcantara from the Miami Marlins. It's really tough to gauge because we've had a year and a half of him being subpar according to previous performances, and he's no longer the player that he once was. But if you take his month of June, I mean, the velocity is there. He's been pumping out quality start after quality start. And even though he has had Tommy John surgery, even though he's not the same player that he once was, what he can do pretty much better than anybody around Major League Baseball is eat innings. And that's so valuable in this day and age. I mean, bullpens are so taxed, and it's hard to rely on bullpens to win you close games night after night. I mean, that's what the Blue Jays have been doing, and it's been a winning formula thus far. But is it sustainable? No. But I believe what is sustainable is getting a bunch of innings eaters to handle the workload and kind of take some of that pressure off of your starting rotation. I think that's important, and that's something that needs to be addressed as well. So, yeah, that's one name that I really need to look out for. It's Sandy Alcantara. Now, I don't know if the Red Sox are the prime destination for him. I know the Yankees could use some pitching help as well. The Los Angeles Dodgers have dealt with a significant amount of injuries. Oh, boo-hoo. No one really feels bad for them unless they're a Dodgers fan. But, yeah, a lot of teams are going to be looking for help at the deadline. But as we know, once you make an in-season move, that is expensive. It's very expensive as opposed to acquiring someone in the off season, which is why you don't really see too many blockbusters happen at the trade deadline. But I believe that there are so many teams in the hunt right now that I could see something big going down. And I think Sandy Alcantara is going to be one of those dominoes to fall, despite the Miami Marlins playing some pretty decent baseball as of late. They have some young building blocks in Kyle Stowers, Otto Lopez, shout out Montreal or Otto Lopez swinging the bat really well. But yeah, they just don't have enough to make a run here. And Alcantara's on a really nice contract. I feel like they could further reinforce their prospect pool if they decide to trade him. But let me know in the comment section down below, which team would you like to see Sandy Alcantara play for, whether it's an AL East team, a National League team. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you all tomorrow. I hope you all enjoyed the All-Star festivities. Let's get down to business. Let's get the second half. Let's go, baby.